Hello folks, I wanted to go over how to use one of my cartridge stations to make cartridges. I was going to make a paper copy of instructions, but I think this might be the easier way to go for a lot of people. When you buy the cartridge station, this is what you get. You'll get the base, you'll get formers for 58 and 69 caliber cartridges, and you'll get templates for a 58 caliber cartridge and a 69 caliber round ball cartridge. If you want different sizes or different kinds of 69 cartridges, you can get the measurements off the internet and make templates of the other ones for yourself. But these are the two standard ones. If you just buy the single cartridge, you'll just get what you need to make the 58 caliber cartridge. The main difference between the station on the double cartridge and the single cartridge is that with the double station, you can move this wall to open this section up, and this will become important when we bundle our cartridges to make arsenal packs, and we'll show you how to do that also. So that's what you get. What you need to provide for yourself is some paper. I get this. This is just the packing paper that Walmart sells. You can get a big bundle for less than $10, and you can make a lot of cartridges with this. You'll also need some hemp twine, and I use it for a choke string, but you could use cotton string or whatever for this. But you want a hemp twine when it comes to wrapping your arsenal packs. You'll also need some cheap toilet paper. I buy the cheap generic toilet paper at Walmart. It's like less than $1 for 4 rolls. And you need crochet string. This will be your string that you tie the cartridge tubes with. I use a crochet thread because it's easier on the hands. And I think this is about a size 13 or 14. Just try them until you find one that works well for you. So I've got some made up here. We're going to make a 58 caliber cartridge. I've already used my template to cut out some papers. I've got some string here that we're going to tie off the cartridges with. And I've got my choke string. Now I set my station up like this because this is how I got used to making cartridges when I was holding the cartridge former between my legs to tie them off and choke them. So you can experiment with this and come up with any direction you want to choke off the tube, but I always come at it from this way. But you don't have to do what I do. So the first thing we want to do is you want to take your trapezoid here and you want to lay the long length to the left. Put your cartridge former down and then tightly roll it up. So you've got a tube here around your former. Then take your string, wrap it around the tube, and while you press the former down, draw it tight. Now you've got a tube that's kind of got a mushroom top. You can put the former in the hole on your station, come back with your crochet, and make a simple granny knot, or however you want to make it. There's no rule for this. Just as long as it holds. Push it down, flatten out your nose. And trim off your excess twine. And you've got a 58 caliber tube. Pretty simple procedure. I next come back with some toilet paper. We want to make something that simulates the mini ball. So I use toilet paper usually for a 58, 2 squares will do. For a 69 caliber, there's a 69 caliber, you can see it's a little bigger. We're going to use 3 squares of toilet paper. So push that down, then you can use your former to press that down and flatten it out. And now you've got a simulated mini ball for your blank. After that, you're going to pour the powder in. Okay, now that we've got our cylinder made, we're ready for some powder. I put usually reenactor grade powder. It costs less, and for blanks, it's really all you need. You can save a little money. I keep a flask of it, and if you don't have a flask, I do sell these on the website. But I also sell these different measurers. These are pretty handy. I like this one because it's adjustable for a wide range. You can see it slides up and it's numbered, and you can set it to where you want it. So we're going to set this on 60 grains for a 58 caliber. And then all you have to do powder's not coming out very well there. There we go. Fill your measurer with the grains you want. Usually I put 90 grains in a 69 caliber. Now you've got it in here, and you want to flatten this tail down. Once it's flattened down, you want to fold the inside or the edges in, so they're kind of over like this. Press down on the top, and then fold your tail over. One thing I'd like to point out when you're folding the tail on these, make sure the seam from your cylinder is up, and then fold it in on top of that. That'll help seal it so you don't lose powder out that seam. It'll end up like this. Here's a finished 69 caliber. So when you pull it out of your cartridge box, you flip the tail up, tear it off with your teeth, and go through the usual loading process. So there you have a finished 58 caliber cartridge. I'll make a few more. It'll be slow when you first start. Once you've made as many as I have, it gets to where it goes pretty quickly. Couple things to remember is your choke string will eventually fray and break. Just replace it with another length of string, and it doesn't have to be any particular length, just whatever comfortable for you. Some folks like to have a little handle at the end. I got used to doing it this way when I was just sitting there with a former between my lap and doing it. Whoop. And that's another thing that'll happen. Sometimes your choke or your wrapping string will break. So you can make, if you need 40 rounds for an event, you can make 40 rounds pretty quickly. Just in an afternoon of sitting at the kitchen table and making some tubes. You can make, once you're in a rhythm, you can shell out 3 to 4 in a minute of the tubes. I usually make them in sets of 10, and then I come back and I put the toilet paper all in each one, then the powder, and then it'll head to the bundling station. So that way I'm doing like an arsenal pack at a single setting, 10 at a time, in a assembly line style. So that's the basic cartridge making that you can do on this station, and it saves you time and makes what can be an annoying job a little bit easier. Thanks for your time.